This is Rick Baxter with Cost Control Software coming to you from Carmel, Indiana. We're going to take a look at some of the additional components within Business Snapshot. We've already looked at the individual information within each snapshot, but let's look at some of the menu choices that extend the snapshot. Now, what you've got to realize is we're really showing three main components of the system. We're showing the snapshot itself, which is as of today. Here's where you are as of right now in real time. Now, the other thing is, what's the trend? What's the past look like? So we want to be able to analyze some trends in the past. And we also want to project a little bit into the future. Now, we did some of that with our cash forecast, but the business ratios are all as of right now. Okay, so let's look at the trends. So I'm going to start on the first thing here, which is the trends. So I'm going to click on Business Trends. Make sure that's up here on your screen. And I'm going to just refresh this with an update process. And now what this brings in is what we call our quick accounts. Now, quick accounts are user-defined accounts in this list. So the user can define which accounts they want to display and do the analysis with. Now, I've done it with a lot of sales accounts, but you may want to do it with some expense accounts or whatever applies for whatever your interest should happen to be. And notice what we're displaying here. Actually, looks like 6 different columns of information. I have 2 months ago, last month, current month to date, current year to date of those values, and then prior year month to date and prior year year to date. So all of that is displayed right on the screen for me for the various accounts that I have selected. And those are selected, by the way, in the setup area, which is covered on one of our other training movies. Okay, so that is the, let me see a little bit of trends, but there's some more trends I'll show you here in just a second. And this is also, look at this one. Here's another nice trend that I like, sales history. If I come into this screen, get that on your screen there, this lets me see by month, so I'm looking at it by month, and it lets me see then for the various months what my total revenue has been, my cost of sales, my gross profit, and gross profit percentages for the months that I've been taking the snapshot. Now, in my sample company, I've only got about a little over a year's worth of data, but this would grow and grow and grow. And so at a glance, you can see hopefully trends of your gross revenue within your business and see progressions as the business grows. So that's why we call this your business trends, and it's all related to some sales history. Now, there's also a mini balance sheet and a mini income statement. Let me just display these fairly quickly. And I call this a mini because it's not a full balance sheet. It's just picking out the selected asset and liability accounts that you have selected in the setup. So during the setup process, you tell it which accounts, like assets and total. See, I've just got total assets. I'm not showing I'm not showing cash in bank. I'm not showing accounts receivable, although I could. So you define what you want to look at when you bring up your balance sheet information. And then the other one is, of course, then the income statement. I believe I put a little more in here. Yeah, so in the income statement, we do have a little more value for values on revenue, total revenue, cost, operating expenses. Again, you define, and this is covered in the setup class, you define which accounts that you want to display here within your mini, I'm going to call this a mini income statement. It is real time. So you don't have to wait for a financial statement. That's another big advantage here. You don't have to wait for the monthly financial reports to come out. You can click here at any given time and see what your month-to-date revenues are and expenses based on the postings that have happened in your in the accounting system. Again, no cubes to build or processes to do. It's just one click and you can display that information. Now, we also do provide a series of reports reports. I believe there's even more here. Printing the quick accounts, purchase order status, sales order status. These are a variety of reports. Let me just print one of them. Let's just print our top vendor list. And we'll number of vendors to rank. We'll rank 50. Okay, and we'll not do it to Excel. We'll put it on the screen so we can see the ranking. And give it just a minute to render. And okay, there we go. So here is our vendor list, and this is our ranking. You see, actually, most of my sample data is probably with 4 or 5 different vendors, but this would be all your vendors and showing the various sales, and it ranks them for you all automatically according to their volume of business that you've done with them. Oh, in fact, that one looks like that's based on the balance due to those vendors. Okay, so a little bit on reporting. Again, let's take a look. That's our trend side, and now let's take a look at our projections side. So on the projection side, what we're looking at here is, sales orders. That's your projection. Like, what do we think we're going to do in the current month of sales orders? What do we think we're going to have for sales shipments the following month, next month, 2 months out, 3 months out, and maybe even here's one with 7 months out in the future, and then a total outstanding or a total backlog of business, but it spreads it out according to the target ship date within each of those periods. And then the same for your cash requirements with your purchase orders. It shows what the current month is for POs, next month, 2 months out, all the way up through 7 months, and then a total, basically total cash requirements for those open purchase orders. Okay, some people refer to this as a committed cost. Also shows blankets and blanket purchase orders as well. And there are some additional reports up here at the top as well. So that is and there's some, we try to provide lots of different reports throughout the system. I'm not going to have time to go into all the different specific reports. And that's a little recap of Business Snapshot. I think you get the idea of what it's doing. Again, the main point I want to make is all this statistical information, all these what are often referred to as key performance indicators or KPIs, are available with just one click. You just open up the statistic window. I'm going to click it one more time, and then you can see your cash forecast. If I scroll down, miscellaneous, sales and purchases, down more, debt ratios, activity ratios, business margins, business returns, all that information instantly available on screen. And every time you take a new snapshot, you just click here to take a snapshot, it's going to go out to your current financials, grab all the data, and then it does all that math for you to present the statistical results for you in the views. I hope you like what you see there. You can order this product directly from Cost Control Software or through your local NAV reseller. Thanks so much.